Good afternoon, everyone. Today I wanted to talk about what makes me driven. To start off with, I wanted to give a couple examples of a lot of business owners that had started their businesses when they were very young. For example, in 1968, Bill Gates started Microsoft. In 1976, Steve Jobs started Apple with Steve Wozniak out of his garage after dropping out of college. At 19, Mark Zuckerberg and a couple of friends in college came up with the idea and started Facebook. A common thread of all these examples is that these guys are very driven. They're driven in what they want to do. I have some other examples, some friends of mine, some local friends of mine here that I know that are also driven. One of my buddies in real estate had an idea that he wanted to open up a club. He wanted to open up a thing that could have concerts, a nightclub type thing. And these guys, they get consumed in it so much that they put everything that they have into it, just hoping that it will be a success, because if it's not, it's going to be a bankruptcy. Another friend of mine, very driven, has a couple nursing homes. Successful businesses, they're full, but for some reason, the guy just can't let good enough alone. He needs to keep mortgaging these nursing homes to get more money to buy other properties, and they just seem to be that they're never satisfied. Which leads up to me. I feel very driven, also a lot more conservative than putting everything I own into an idea, hoping that it'll work. But I too feel very driven. And also I too have dropped out of college to pursue what I believed in. Sometimes I'll be driving down the road and I'll start thinking to myself, Neil, you've been on your own for 26 years. It's been a really good run. Haven't had a boss for 26 years, but then I kind of snap out of it and realize that my clients are kind of my boss. My clients are kind of what drive me, and it seems like everybody wants everything now, or yesterday. But anyway, lately something else has caught my eye, and that's been flying. Not only just flying, but also studying for the flying. I think a lot of pilots and people in the aviation industry are also driven. So I've become consumed with the studying for my private license. I studied for the written a couple years ago over Christmas and New Year's, because I knew that those 2 weeks my business is slow and that I could put my full attention into studying. I wanted nothing less than 100% on the written. And a funny story is when I passed it, and when my instructor told me my grade, he said, "You got a 98, Neil." And I said, "Darn it." And he said, "No, Neil, that's good. You got a 98. And I said, "No, I wanted 100. I'm very driven in it. But I couldn't stop at the private license. I needed to get the instrument license, then I got the commercial license, and now I'm on to the CFI license. And I've been studying for that for the past 4 months. I don't even really know what I'm going to do with the CFI license. I'm not really sure I want a flight school, and I don't really need the 1,500 hours to get an airline job. I think I'm kind of doing it because my dad is a flight instructor, and it gives us something to talk about. And I wouldn't mind teaching somebody to fly. I just don't know how involved I want to get with it. But I know it's making my dad happy. I see a smile on his face. Either that or he's laughing at how much money I'm spending. I'm not really sure. So I practice my lessons on a friend of mine. He's a mechanic. He's my airplane mechanic, a good friend of mine. I'm not making any money at it, but it is fun. But it doesn't end there. Aside from the flying, like I said, I did drop out of college, and I always kind of wanted to finish my college career, my college degree, and I signed up for Embry-Riddle, and I got accepted, and I'm now currently working on an aviation degree, associate's degree. I don't have a lot of time to spend on it, being with my work and my other studying, I can only take one class a semester, but I try the best I can at it. And I'm hoping that in the future, this degree will help me to continue for my other goals that I'm driven to accomplish. At 48 years old, I don't know that I really want to try to be an airline captain of a 747, but I wouldn't mind trying maybe for a captain of a regional jet. Or if that doesn't work out, maybe even just a small caravan flying tourists around from island to island sounds exciting to me. Either way, as long as I'm flying, I'll be happy.